Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Our next film starring Lauren Bacall is one of the first she made in which she's not the principal female character. But as usual for Lauren Bacall, she's working with first-class actors, in this case Henry Fonda, Natalie Wood, Tony Curtis, and Mel Ferrer. And also, as one expected from Lauren Bacall, it's a top-of-the-line affair in all departments. The movie is Sex and the Single Girl from 1964. The girl in the film not played by Lauren Bacall, but by Natalie Wood. Natalie playing a psychologist who's written a book about sexual behavior in the 1960s. And because of it, she's pursued by a Scandal magazine reporter after a story, and that's Tony Curtis. Lauren Bacall gets mixed up in all this because she's Tony's next-door neighbor, part of a bickering couple, constantly at odds with each other about everything. And it's Henry Fonda who plays the husband, and this actually marked a reunion for Bacall and Fonda. A whole decade earlier, they'd worked together on television, joining Bacall's husband Humphrey Bogart in a 1955 adaptation of the film The Petrified Forest. Interesting about our movie, it was actually a movie that sprang not from a famous play or real situation, from a book title. In the early 1960s, Helen Gurley Brown had written a book called Sex and the Single Girl, and it caused quite a sensation. Now, it was essentially a handbook for young women on the hunt for husbands, or more specifically, on the hunt for bedmates before marriage. It was an early step in the development of women's sexual freedom in the swinging 60s, and from Hollywood's standpoint, that title was gold, made for a movie marquee. Warner Brothers was first in line to buy it, and they paid an enormous amount of money for it. They didn't buy a story. I mean, the book had no plot. What the studio bought were those 5 words, Sex and the Single Girl. The title is all they wanted, too. A plot? They could always make one up. And that was done eventually by Joseph Hoffman, Joseph Heller, and David R. Schwartz. So here's the result from 1964 with our star of the day, Lauren Bacall, Sex and the Single Girl.